Peace and blessings. How you doing? Father Augustino here, and it is Tuesday of Holy Week. Hey, what time is it? Is it me, or does sometimes, like during these last couple of days, you lose track of time? You lose track of what day it is. I had a phone call with this young woman that I'm helping to figure some things out with her discernment, her vocation, and we said, yeah, we'll call on Thursday, and we're like, I don't even know what day it was. So sometimes we can lose track of what the day and the hour is. Maybe the disciples that were following Jesus might have gotten a little confused when Jesus said, especially in the Gospel of John, "It is not yet my hour." You know, he said this to his mother in the wedding of Cana. What is this to do with me, woman? This is not yet my hour. As if, he only had certain hours of the day for him to do miracles. No, it wasn't that at all. In the gospel that we hear today, we hear how the Lord's hour is come. Now is the Son of Man glorified. Wow, this is what we're waiting for, right? This is it. This is it. Okay, what had to happen? Well, we hear mention of three disciples. The disciple who Jesus loved, Simon Peter, and Judas Iscariot. And all these three reacted differently to what was necessary for Jesus' hour to come. What happened is that Jesus just said at the table, "One of you will betray me." And Peter was like, what? Typical, inner anxiety, like trying to totally overcompensate. He said to John, the beloved disciple, ask him who he is. And John, who was just resting on Jesus's breast, said, "Who is it, Lord?" And Jesus says, "Whoever dips his hand and takes a morsel with me is it." And he turns to Judas. He says, "Go do what you must do." And Judas takes the morsel, and at that moment, Satan entered into him. So here we have three reactions that are very common of when something really goes wrong. You have the beloved disciple who just stayed close to Jesus. I don't know, if a family member was to announce at the table, "Someone here will betray me," what would your reaction be? I'd probably be like, "Yo, dude, relax, okay? It's not that dramatic," because my family's a little dramatic. John, the beloved disciple, I should say, just stayed right there by Jesus. When you stay close to Jesus, the things that happen don't rattle you as much. Peter, low insecure. Who is it? I gotta know. Is it me? Is it me? And he just like, go. Ask him. This is the reaction of someone who trusts more in his own strength than in God's strength. And then Judas. We're no one to judge the motivations of man's heart, but Scripture tends to give the context that it was greed, his own gain. It was all about himself. And he was willing even to turn in to betray someone close to him. You can't betray someone you don't know. Betrayal happens when you have intimacy with someone. And Judas was so close to Jesus, he dipped his hand to have a morsel. And right after Judas leaves, Jesus says, "Now is the Son of Man glorified." Glory. Glory is a very deep word in Scripture. In the Old Testament, it's kabod, which means glory or beauty. And in Greek, it's doxa, which means kind of like straight or, glory or good. Something good, doxa, doxology, is something that we say in the Mass. What is glory? My definition is, glory is the beauty that comes when you unite your pain with the cross. And so Jesus was glorified, to feel the pain of being betrayed, but yet bringing this to the cross. He shows us a divine love. And so us, here, today, what's our reaction? I pray and hope that it's not all about us. As Judas shows us where that path takes you. I pray and hope that we are like the beloved disciple that just stays close to Jesus. But if we're honest, we're probably like Peter. Is it me? Is it me? Is it me? Pray for faith on this day. Pray to be drawn closer. Trust not so much in your own strength, but in the strength of Him who created you and calls you to Himself. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow.